We also don't have local elections in the past 20 years. Right to assembly is banished. Right of expression, freedom of press are deteriorating massively. So yes, people should have voice, but also is there something we can do together? I always think of a debt relief package, like a lot of NGOs was around the world are advocating. Also, like I can mention Oxfam, for instance. I read about the initiative, and I think for Egypt, for instance, a debt relief package would allow for a 6% of GDP fiscal space. I also think that a South coalition of some sort should advocate for international taxation. So it's like, if it's done via a coalition, maybe revenues could be allocated in some sort of a South fund, for instance. So they pay their taxes first, and then they settle if they can prove that the money sheltered in tax havens are for good purposes and not for tax avoidance or corruption, money laundering issues. So something of the sort would be maybe very interesting to work on, and it creates a huge fiscal space as well. On food security policies, I don't know what about other countries, but here in Egypt, small farmers are mostly poor. 5 to 6%. 5 to 6 out of 10 living in rural areas are poor. The percentage is higher even in the south. Egypt still is one of the largest importers of food, but on the other side, it exports the best of its food towards Europe and USA. We have big corporates. A lot of them are from Gulf states, Saudi Arabia, Emirates, Kuwait, in coalitions with Egyptians. They basically exploit small farmers, and they get very generous export subsidies in order to export food to Europe and USA. How sustainable is this? I think food security policies and fighting hunger and extreme poverty would make a very good global South agenda item to look for more cooperation and common policies and coordination. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, Salma. Thank you to Alejandro and to Atul for their interventions. We have learned a lot from you today. I would like to thank Dejusticia and the Egyptian Initiative for Personal Rights again for hosting this meeting. And thank you to our audience for dedicating an hour of your time to us. What is clear is the pandemic made an already complex context even more complex, but I think that we are all confident that our countries and our regions can be better. But to reach it, we have a lot of work, even in fiscal matters, in public policies. We have to work and a lot of work to do. Each and all of us can contribute to change things. I think it will be important to continue with these South dialogues in which we can learn from each other's experience. The invitation for closing the event is to continue questioning and contributing. The responsibility to build states and fiscal policies that guarantee rights belongs to everyone. So I would like again to say thank you to our speakers and to our audience, and please be safe, keep being safe, and if you can stay at home, please stay at home. Thank you much, and have a good afternoon or good evening or good morning if you're in Latin America. So